This video is absolutely priceless. This is exactly how you handle unhinged CNN liberal reporters. But it actually has an extra special flair because not only does Karoline Leavitt absolutely shut down CNN's Kaitlan Collins, but she looks at her in the face and says, "I'm not taking your follow-up question." Then she immediately proceeds to take questions from another reporter and takes a follow-up question from him. And then right when she takes that follow-up from someone else, you can see Kaitlan Collins' face just like fill up with anger and disbelief. It's absolutely amazing. So let's watch this together. My name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Please make sure to like this video. It really helps the channel out a ton. And subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 30,000 total subscribers within the next 30 days. So please help us out on that journey. It will help a ton if you share this video with someone. So this is a masterclass in how to deal with the media. I'm also going to show you another clip of a brand new one from yesterday. But just take a look at Kaitlan Collins, just this whole exchange, and then her reaction when Karoline takes a follow-up question from someone else.
I have two questions. One on a follow-up on something you just said. But since we have these messages released, and you said that the president has now personally reviewed them, at the chat, at one point, Pete Hegseth wrote, 14-15 strike drones on target, and in all caps he said, "This is when the first bombs will definitely drop." Does the president feel that he was misled by his national security advisors, whoever it was that told him there was no classified information in there, now that he's seen these messages?
I've now been asked and answered this question 3 times by the both of you, and I've given you my answer. The president feels the same today as he did yesterday.
Okay.
Philip.
And on my follow-up on what you had just said.
Go ahead, Philip. Caitlin, I'm not taking your follow-up.
I have a follow-up on something you just said, though, Caroline. That's
Caitlin,
regarding
I'm not
Jeffrey
taking
Goldsberg.
your follow-up. Philip, go ahead. I have called on
Thank
you.
The vice president seemed to express some frustration that Europe wasn't doing more to police waterways in their backyard, noting in that signal thread that 40% of European trade goes through the Suez Canal. Does the president share that opinion and frustration? And then going forward, should the Europeans be responsible for policing that waterway?
Well, the president was asked this question yesterday by the pool in the cabinet room, and he answered this question. He said yes, he believes that Europe has been, as the vice president put it, freeloading on the backs of American taxpayers and off the backs of the United States of America, and he wants to ensure that Europe pays their fair share. He's always been very honest and upfront about that, and I think the vice president shares those concerns with him as well.
Watch.
Sure.
You know, enlisted soldiers, sailors, and Marines would face consequences if they shared this type of information inadvertently with.
Did you see that face right when she says you can take another one? Watch it again.
Pays their fair share. He's always been very honest and upfront about that, and I think the vice president shares those concerns with him as well.
And then one more.
Sure.
You can hear her let out a breath of like scoff at it. That is absolutely amazing. And I'm sorry, but if you are asking an irrelevant question and you are wasting Karoline's time, you're not going to waste more of it, especially from a far left news network, CNN, a network that specializes in pure propaganda against President Trump. We just saw the exchange that Kaitlan had with President Trump in the other at the White House the other day. Just absolute crazy questions, and she does it just to get a clip, just to get, like praise from all these liberals. So now yesterday, this was actually another incredible moment here. An NBC reporter, once again, unhinged far left lunatic, tried to catch Karoline off guard, and it never tends to end well with these people. Take a look.
I also want to thank your press office for releasing that information that you cited up there regarding the ICE arrests over the last couple of days. And I have them right here, but what I might ask is, why not release the same information for those who were deported to El Salvador?
Well, first of all, the information was released by the Department of Homeland Security. The individuals on the flights to El Salvador are foreign terrorists, and those are counterterrorism operations. They are much different than the arrests and final order of removals that you see on a day-to-day basis that law enforcement agents are conducting around the country.
That information was not, to that detail, was not released by DHS, though.
I just told you the reason. It was a counterterrorism operation, a deportation of foreign terrorists, not illegal criminals who have been convicted of heinous crimes living in our American communities. It's two different things. Foreign terrorist, illegal immigrant criminal, two different things, two different definitions. You should look them up.
You should look them up. Does he not know the sensitive nature and details that go in to counterterrorism? That when we are deporting people who are literally terrorists, that we can't just keep, just sit here and like talk about all of this information with the public. These reporters are just absolutely crazy, and I'm so glad. Like, Trump could have not picked anyone better than Karoline Leavitt for this position. And here was her final mic drop moment from yesterday. Once again, the Democrats have just continued nonstop defending and worshiping and praising the deported illegal immigrant and back to El Salvador. And she just posted this with this 1-minute clip here. Democrats care more about a deported Maryland father, illegal alien terrorist, than a Maryland mother and American citizen named Rachel Morin, who was brutally murdered at the hands of an illegal alien. It's despicable. President Trump will not rest until every single violent illegal immigrant invader is removed from our country. Let's take a look.
Media outrage over the deportation of Abrego Garcia, an MS-13 El Salvadorian illegal alien criminal who is hiding in Maryland, has been nothing short of despicable. Based on the sensationalism of many of the people in this room, you would think we deported a candidate for Father of the Year. That's because, unfortunately, many in this country care more about this quote-unquote Maryland father, a legal alien MS-13 gang member, than a Maryland mother and an American citizen who was brutally murdered at the hands of a different illegal alien. Of course, I am referring to Rachel Morin. And if you didn't see yesterday, a Maryland jury found illegal alien Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez guilty of murdering Rachel Morin in August of 2023. She was a 37-year-old mother of 5 who was jogging in an otherwise safe community northeast of Baltimore when this monster ambushed, strangled, and beat her to death before stuffing her brutalized body in a tunnel drain. The Morin family finally got justice yesterday, but they will never get Rachel back. Our hearts go out to Rachel's family, her 5 children, and her mother, Patty, who has suffered the unimaginable loss of her daughter.
See, and it's really sad that the Democrats will never mention that woman by name. It's sad that they don't care about crimes that are committed by illegal immigrants. But as I said in the video that I posted earlier today, they are willing to fly to El Salvador to try to rescue an illegal immigrant gang member. It is one of the most this is going to be a stain on our nation for many, many years to come. And the Democrats, there's a reason why they have a historically low approval rating. And then you have this Democrat shill here on Twitter, Ed Krasenstein, one of the worst people I've ever seen engaging in political discourse. And he says, no, we care about both. We have the ability to care about more than one person at once. Okay, first of all, Ed Krasenstein has never sat there and tried to fight for justice for Rachel Morin, for the despicable murder that against her despicable murderer. But he's sitting here trying to fight for the return of an illegal immigrant who was a gang member in his own country, Kilmar Garcia. Give me a freaking break. These people are just absolutely disgusting and despicable. And this is why President Trump won the popular vote. We stand up for the American people. We do not stand up for criminals who are here in our country illegally. And the Democrats are going to they've already ruined their reputation for years to come. And voters are not going to forget about this. So anyways, let me know your thoughts on Karoline Leavitt and her performance in these last few months and just what you think about her. If you like this video, please make sure to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Talk to you soon.